One can master any number of skills and talents, but if you cannot comprehend the unity behind the Atma and the Atma, you will end up as a hopeless nihilist. What is the good of acquiring of all sorts of knowledge? Who can alter the line of destiny on man's brow? If you fill your head with all sorts of evil ideas, you will be robbed of your discrimination and intelligence. The Telugu poet Vemana has thus composed a number of couplets and quatrains which succinctly summarize the whole system of philosophy and a complete code of morality. Why do you load your stupid pate with all kinds of learned number? Why do you kill yourself with too much of learning? Try and understand that eternal truth which will make you immortal. Try and understand that eternal truth which will make you immortal. You may learn all arts and sciences, engineering or doctor. You may call yourself a versatile genius and a all-knowing polymath. But still you will be a learned fool if you don't know your true self. A mean-minded man without moral scruples may read, but he can never give up his meanness. You may read all the books in the world. You can only become a hair-splitting and petty-flogging pundit. With the aid of the books, you can never acquire spiritual wisdom and integrated knowledge. Such bookish learning may enable you to eke out of livelihood, but books can never reveal you a vision of your own divine Atma. Books can be worked only as a pointers to point out the truth, but it is you who need to go beyond the books to recognize the truth. You need to use books as a stepping ladder, but you need to go beyond the books, beyond this bookish knowledge to recognize the true knowledge which is in you. Stricken by poverty, once Narada had to face a number of difficulties. He had become a victim of acute mental depression. He had mastered all the 64 arts of antiquity, but he had no peace of mind. At last he went to Sanat Kumara, who diagnosed Narada's ailment and prescribed for him the path to self-realization. In the Bhagavad Gita, Krishna reveals to Arjuna the esoteric but simple path to self-realization for the attainment of abiding peace and everlasting bliss. Sanat Kumara initiated Narada into the spiritual experience of identifying the individual Atma with the universal Paramatma, individual soul with the Supreme Soul, and the individual soul is the Supreme Soul itself. This is the most sublime mantra for the spiritual liberation, the immediate, intimate and intuitive apprehension of the immanent effulgence of the divinity pervading the microcosm and the macrocosm is the highest liberating experience. The microcosm and the macrocosm are suffused with the same creative energy of Paramatma. The mystical energy is known to the wise. Shut the doors of outward perception and look inwards. Transcend the barriers of thought. Travel along the mountain path of life and reach the peak. And listen to the primordial sound of the pranava. Come out of the dark night of the soul and divine grace will descend on you. The star-studded firmament is boundless. Even with the naked eye we can see innumerable stars. There is every reason to believe that the uncharted, unseen universe consists of millions of invisible galaxies. Even with the aid of the most powerful instruments, modern man has not been able to explore the universe in its entirety. The limited human mind can never become omniscient. Ishvara is the only omniscient being. Even if you know everything in the world, you will be ignorant if you have not tried to apprehend the essence of Ishvara, the God. What you know is very little. What you don't know is enormous. It is impossible to know everything. Instead of trying to know everything, it is better to know that by knowing which everything else will be known. Krishna here is the divine exponent of this perennial philosophy of life and the science of the self incorporated in the Bhagavad Gita. Yoga or the science of the self is the foundation of the spirituality. The dissolution of the dichotomy between Jivatma and Paramatma generated by karma causes